Oh wow! Oh man, that's beautiful. Oh, I've got to get my woolly hat on. Quick, go, 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 go. Man, I need to start learning French if I'm going to spend long enough here. When this thing's finished, it's going to be incredible. What if there was a way for you to bring the outside inside when you were on your rowing machine? What if you could use a Concept 2, a water rower, or an RP3? What if you could be part of shaping this experience? Sounds pretty cool, huh? Check this out. This is a new piece of software called imersU Row, currently only for PC, which aims to immerse the indoor rower with a visual experience as though they were rowing on the water. And I hope you'll agree that it looks amazing. Nothing out there looks quite this good. Crucially though, instead of following a design roadmap and not taking users' experience on board, the next stage of development involves getting users like you involved to help mold this product into something you would want to use. Now, it's possibly a bit premature to compare this to the running and cycling software Zwift. After all, nearly every app that's released gets a label saying, "Is this the Zwift for rowing?" all slapped across it. But the truth is, there's a massive gap in the market for software that will give rowers an experience similar to real-life rowing, but on a machine. And that is one of the huge things that separates imersU Row from other indoor rowing apps. It's not just trying to capture the indoor rowing warriors who slog it out day after day on a machine and have never actually been near a boat. It's also designed to appeal to the on-the-water rowers who want erg training to have a bigger relevance to how it feels and at least looks to row in the water. So that is where imersU Row is headed, offering an immersive on-the-water feel to anyone using a rowing machine. At the moment, this is down to the look of the rowing experience itself. Okay, let's go to Paris, partly cloudy, and I'll set the camera view to Spectator. There really is a lot to love about this. For a start, it's simply stunning to watch the world go by as you munch through your meters. And the simplicity of the row itself is exactly what I've been looking for. There are no targets to hit, making you look from side to side, shifting your balance, no sudden sprint as hard as you can, in-game power-ups to break your flow, or worse, cause injury. You just set up your row, whether that's training or a race, and row, letting the in-game world draw you in. Of course, you're going to need some technology to really get this to feel as good as possible, which means a good-sized monitor right in front of you. The demo which got me so excited about this was on a large curved monitor, but a normal PC monitor is still very immersive. It currently only runs on PC, and although you don't need a bank-busting gaming PC, your 10-year-old Windows XP laptop may need to serve another purpose. Which brings me to how to connect the rower to the software. Right now, you need to use a USB cable to connect to an Android device running the imersU companion app. You enter the IP address of the PC into the app, creating a connection that's a lot more stable than Bluetooth. And that's very important if there's 8 machines all trying to connect to a PC in the same room. The crosstalk and even distances involved can create communication dropouts if using Bluetooth. But the developers realize that this will be a stumbling block for many people. So one of the next development steps is to offer a Bluetooth connection option to simplify this for single users. And even if you don't connect, imersU Row gives you a flow row option, which needs no connection. You set how fast you want the on-screen boat to move at, and then watch the world go by as you row. The point being that you still want to try to keep up on your machine, so when the screen hits 500 meters, you want to be at that point on your machine too. So let's look a bit closer at the software. At this early stage, imersU Row has the core design and rowing experience in place. There are 2 options for your row. Training, which means you get in the water and row up and down the course until you want to stop. And the racing option, which is currently only over 2,000 meters, And you can only race virtual boats. But this is actually quite clever. You set a split time to race against, maybe it's your PB target, and then the other 7 boats will be either slightly faster or slower than that, giving you people to chase and people to chase you. At the moment, there are just 2 courses to row on, Paris and Tokyo, but they are designing more. Once you've selected the course, you can pick the time of day and the weather, and the design and detail you get from that choice is incredible. The on-screen views are just as interesting in the app. Rower view is what you'd expect on the water, moving backwards so you can see your competition in your wake. Cox view is a forward-facing view, the thought being that in a race, seeing the 250, 500, 750 markers coming up will help give you the incentive to keep on going. And then Spectator View is similar to the TV output you may be used to seeing, cutting from the water to overhead and in-boat views. But remember, this is just the foundation that they're building on. Where the game goes with this next can partly be up to you. The developers already have ideas about the elements that they need to add. More courses, more race distances, training plans and even rower avatars are all in the pipeline, as well as the really important proper multi-user racing. So here is where you can help shape what else and when these features are implemented. imersU Row is opening up 1,000 trial slots for early testers to use and feedback experience of using it now and what they'd like to see next. So if you check the details to this video, you'll find a link where you can apply to become an early tester. You will need a Concept 2 with a PM5 monitor or a water rower with an S4 module or an RP3 rower to take part. You'll need a PC and you'll also need an Android device at this stage to be able to run the companion app. This really is an app with a lot of potential ahead of it, and it's already being recognised by some big names in rowing. Tom George, who has just broken the 5,000 metre indoor rowing world record, and Imogen Grant, who holds the lightweight 5K indoor rowing British record, are both ambassadors. And it's for good reason. Where other apps have given indoor rowers part of what they're looking for, the plans that imersU Row have ahead of them will fill the gaps, not only of what's missing, but the gaps you didn't even know were there. Logbook integration for the data junkies and full read-write control of the Concept 2 monitor are already on the to-do list, alongside bigger features that you'd expect from software with a $14.99 per month price tag. Which is why it's so important that you climb on board now for a free trial to help let them know the directions they should focus on first so they can offer full value to all rowers. So if you have the equipment and this has piqued your interest, go sign up to become a tester and help shape something that could become the Zwift of rowing. Gah! I knew that was going to slip out sometime. Thank you so much for watching. Be well. Bye bye.